Welcome back to the channel. Go ahead, hit that subscribe and like button. If you rocking with Young Dolph, make sure you comment down below. Let me know where y'all from. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it, man. The feds caught Yo Gotti. They know that he knew where the footage was for Young Dolph. They weren't gonna let him get away with it. A lot of people thought, how was Moneybagg Yo and Yo Gotti able to get away with it for so long? They even went up to the White House. A lot of people was wondering, is Biden back in CMG? One thing people gotta understand, man, is that it's Dolph land, man. A lot of people were trying to get the justice for Dolph, so this is why everything hit the wall in Memphis. People started getting hit up. It was a lot of people who was telling on the other side, and basically people had to choose. Are you going to be rocking with Young Dolph, or are you going to be rocking with Yo Gotti? It broke out into an all-out war. You got to remember, man, a lot of things happened after Young Dolph got hit up. After that setup happened, you got to remember about how Black Youngster's brother, Govan's daughter, Yo Gotti's brother, Maurice Hill brother, like it's so many people. And RIP to Jeremiah Taylor, who was taking care of the actual Young Dolph memorial before the dudes ran up and spray painted it. They try to deface it. They also try to burn the Young Dolph footage and destroy it so that they will never be able to get the justice. But one thing you got to understand is the way that the karma works. Somebody got that footage up out of him, man. They were able to sweet talk the cookie shop and basically make it seem like the one thing the cookie shop wanted was to get a lot of money out of this, because they knew that Dolph wasn't just gonna give them money for no reason. They had to have a real plan behind it. This is why he told them, I'll help you, but you have to show me the real plan. And so when they decided to set up Young Dolph, and Yo Gotti knew he was gonna put money on his head and have Big Jook take the cash to Govan and pay out all the hitters from this situation, they basically knew that they could offer the cookie shop money, or somebody from Yo Gotti's crew the money, and say, look, get us the footage and we gonna give you this money, and you could move out of here and nobody's gonna talk about you again. If they do get the justice for Young Dolph, no one's gonna come after you for revenge for basically getting the ultimate thing that was gonna get justice for Dolph, was that footage. They know Yo Gotti's on that footage. This is what they scared of. Yo Gotti is seen on that footage because when they released that picture of the front of the cookie shop, and they had the guys in the parking lot with the gray hoodies on, like with Dracos in their hands, clips loaded and everything, run into the window right where Dolph was allegedly taken down at. In the back of that picture, on the street in Memphis on Airways, it's a black SUV. It looked like a big luxury SUV, and this is what a lot of reports are saying, that it's a Bentley truck, a Bentley Bentayga. It's basically a luxury big SUV made by Bentley, the very foreign cars type of company. So they said there's only like one person who has one of those $425,000 Bentleys, especially in Memphis, and the only person it comes back to is in Yo Gotti's name, because it's on the title has CMG Music Group on it. And so when they seen that as CMG Music Group, when they ran the plates back, MPD did the search and it came back as a lease vehicle from CMG and Moneybagg Yo Bread Gang. And so when they found that out, this is when everything hit the wall right now. They knew it was Yo Gotti and them in that car, so they were trying to figure out what were they doing driving by the Young Dolph scene literally as he's getting hit up. Was it for them to confirm the hit because they put the money up? A lot of people say that they could see Black Young if they zoomed into the windows. The first witnesses said they swear they saw Black Youngster at the back window putting his phone up to the glass, trying to record the cookie shop as the guys are running up the parking lot spraying the windows down. And this is how a lot of people knew that CMG has something to do with it, because they looked at the license plates, they looked at anybody who's ever been seen at that, and the only person that ever drove that car was Moneybagg Yo and his girlfriend Ari. So we went and looked back and dug up, did a deep dive, man. And basically, if y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and like this video, because the justice for Young Dolph is getting. Now check this out. We did a deep dive to try to find out who was riding in that Bentley truck, whose car was that, and why were they at the Dolph scene as he's getting hit up, literally caught on picture at the right, basically wrong place at the wrong time if they didn't do it. So when you looked at it, they actually caught them in the act. They knew that somebody from CMG was in that area because they had to pay the money, and they watched it go down. The rumor has it CMG was inside of Makita's cookie shop right before everything went down, because it's not a coincidence. A lot of people already know there was a beef between Yo Gotti and Young Dolph, and basically with this beef, it was already 2 other times where they tried to take Young Dolph out, and it was in Charlotte during the Charlotte festival, and Young Dolph had a bulletproof Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van, and Black Youngster ran up on it with his homie. They hopped outside of a Nissan, a silver Nissan. They tried to dump a 100-round drum in it out of a K, and it didn't work because it was off. Like, the whole thing was basically explosive proof. There was no way anything was gonna get into that. So Young Dolph paid $300,000 to make sure that that whole Sprinter van was secure, so no rounds were able to penetrate through the glass. I mean, it was plexiglass thick type of material that we talking about. The whole car was made out of iron steel. And so this is why they had to try to figure out a way to set up Young Dolph in public, not in his car. They wanted him to get out the car. So this was what the whole thing was about. That's why they took Young Dolph car keys. It was about making sure that they try to get Young Dolph when he's not in a car or in a house, because when Young Dolph in a car, best believe Young Dolph paid that $200,000 to make that car ammo proof. Nothing is gonna get in there. Matter of fact, he probably got a Batmobile where Dolph can spray back to the dudes who's trying to follow him in traffic. So they knew that they couldn't get Young Dolph in a car. They already tried it and it didn't work. It backfired badly, and it got the feds on their radar because Black Youngster got him indicted by this. And the only way he was able to get out was because he turned himself in, and Young Dolph didn't press charges because he don't roll like that. And so now, fast forward, looking back at that situation, we already known that CMG was already the actual usual suspects for this. So when they found out that the second time they tried to hit up Dolph in LA, and after they heard the shots fired, they radioed LAPD, picked up Govan Hernandez a half a block away, running in a full sprint. His whole face and head was sweating. He had a bald head with sweat beads coming down his face, and they knew that he was in a panic. He just got caught. But the thing is that nobody from PRE's side, nobody ever snitched. They didn't give no police report. They didn't want to cooperate with LAPD. So they let CMG off the hook twice. They really did, man. Young Dolph spared them dudes. He could have really told on them and said, they tried to take me out. Look, run back the footage of the hotel. It was right in front of it was literally in front of the Hilton. Paris Hilton dad got the footage of it. And so now everybody was saying, man, Dolph should have told on him back then, because the third time they tried him, it would have never happened. They would have got taken out by that. No, because Yo Gotti was still out and about, and Yo Gotti would have still put the money on Dolph's head, because their feud, their beef, it keeps going forever and ever, because Yo Gotti could just never get over the fact that his girl left him for Young Dolph, and his city abandoned him for Young Dolph. Memphis became Young Dolph's. Yo Gotti, he got pushed into the streets. He got pushed into the dark areas of Memphis where nobody wants to cheer for him no more, because Young Dolph is the new king. He was the king of Memphis. He was royalty to the South. And Yo Gotti, all he became was just another person who just keeps trying to promote and glorify the street life. And word on the street, Young Dolph said that Yo Gotti never did any of the stuff in his songs, and about making all that money, moving all the work, and this and that. They said it was all made up. And so this is why a lot of people have respect for Young Dolph, because he put his money where his mouth was, and he really did the things that he talk about. And so this is why the justice for Young Dolph is coming very soon. And if y'all with it, y'all want to get justice, or y'all big fans of the hip hop and their music, I want y'all to comment right now. Let me know what y'all think, man. There's gonna be some updates coming forward with this.